Hey guys, I wanted to get on here really quick and kind of talk about Friday's assignment on equivalent fractions because two things kind of were popping up to me when I was looking and checking and grading your work. First one is, where are the directions? And then the second part was, what do you mean by equivalent fractions? Well, let's start with the second question. Equivalent means equal. So when you are talking about equivalent fractions, you're talking about, if I'm given a fraction, what other fractions could equal the same amount? All right. So if I'm looking at slide 2 of Friday's assignment, the directions are always at the bottom of the screen or the bottom of the slide. So please make sure that you're following those directions because on this slide, you not only had to slide the correct amount of fraction bars, but you also had to write and replace the question marks for the correct fraction. So let's talk about 1/2 for instance. So if you look at this fraction right here, you have 1/2 and 1/2, which is your entire whole. Well, they only shaded one part of the whole, making it the fraction 1/2. So you had to figure out, okay, if I was talking about 1/4, how many 1/4 fraction bars could I slide up to equal the same amount as that one yellow piece? Well, I'm going to go back down here and I'm going to slide this orange piece up. And then I'm going to slide one more orange piece up. Now, I don't need to slide any more because it looks like both pieces are the same amount. So then I'm going to fill in where my question marks are. 1/2 equals how many 1/4? Well, 1/4 plus 1/4 is 2/4. So then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to say 2/4. Okie doke. So let's look at today's assignment. In today's assignment, we're again talking about equivalent fractions. Please make sure that you are reading the directions at the bottom of every slide. So on slide 2, you have to draw an equivalent fraction model on top of the yellow dashed box and then write the two equivalent fractions shown by the fraction models. Well, all you have to do is looking at the very first model, okay, what other pie piece looks to shade the same amount as this pie piece right here? Well, it looks like this piece is shaded the same amount as my first piece. Okay, so then I have to fill in the equivalent fractions. So if I'm looking at this pie piece, 2 pieces are shaded out of 3 total. And then if I'm looking at my new pie piece that I dragged up, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces shaded out of 6 total. So that means 2/3 and 4/6 are equal. Okay, so you're going to do the rest of that for that slide. On the next slide, you're going to basically look at both of the pie pieces and say, is 4/6 equivalent to 2/3? If they are equivalent, that means they are the same amount shaded, the same size. Okay. On the next slide, you need to drag 2 pictures that are equivalent. So look down at your pie pieces and figure out which 2 parts look equal. Okay. Ooh, this one. And then this piece. Both of those pie pieces have the same shaded region or area. Okay. So then I'm going to fill in where my question marks are. What's the fraction for this pie piece? And then what's the fraction for this pie piece? I'm going to put that right there. For the next slide, you are going to drag another equivalent fraction. So you're going to look at your original right here. Okay. And then you're going to drag what other piece is the same. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit more tricky. If you want, you can use those digital fraction bars to help you on this one. Okay. On 6 and 7, you're actually going to be using your line tool. And what that means is you're going to use the line tool to cut the original region. So in this case, this fraction is 1/2. So it's 1 shaded part out of 2 holes. You're going to go to your line tool, and the directions again are at the bottom of the slide. You go to insert, and then you're going to go to line. And you're going to take this figure, and you all want to make that figure now not 2 pieces, but 4 pieces. So I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to draw my line right here. And so I have a new line. And do I have 4 total pieces? Yep, I sure do. So then I'm going to make my new fraction. Well, how many shaded parts do I now have? I have 1, 2. So then I'm going to come back over here and make it 2 fourths. Okay, and so you want to do that for this slide and then the last slide as well. Okay, again, making sure that your directions are at the bottom. Okay, you want to, on this one, write the fraction for every single picture, and then you're going to use the line tool to draw a line to match the equivalent fractions. Okay, again, if you need any fraction tiles, I have linked the fraction tiles on your agenda for you to use. Okay, have a great day.